Hello, I'm Lori Steiner, sitting in for Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, there is nothing good about a stroke, but we have good news about the latest stroke rehab and research. Then we'll share stories of smiles restored. What's the best kind of advertising? Word of mouth. We'll hear how one retirement community is giving residents their say about where they stay. Plus, online or in the mail, we'll deliver news about how you'll receive your estimate of Social Security earnings. And don't let your death cause the death of your family's relationships.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. Today we have news on a shocking study about treating post-stroke pain. Dr. Richard Wilson is here to plug us into the details. Dr. Wilson is with Metro Health's Rehabilitation Institute of Ohio. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now we know when a stroke happens, it blocks blood getting to all parts of the brain, so it can affect motor skills and speech and cognitive issues. But how does pain factor into a stroke?
When we're working with somebody who's had a stroke, we want to start therapy right away. Often that therapy is involved with moving a part of their body over and over, because we're trying to get the brain to either rewire itself or repair itself. If a person has pain that interferes with that movement, then that can interfere with their recovery.
Okay.
So people who have stroke often have shoulder pain. Up to 60% of people who have more severe strokes have shoulder pain.
Oh, well, there is pain involved then. But you're looking into short-circuiting that pain, and there's a new study at Metro Health, correct?
That's right. We're studying how to use an electrical stimulator to improve pain. Many people are familiar with a TENS unit, or a TENS therapy, in which a pad is placed on the skin and attached to an external stimulator, and that can cause a tingling sensation associated with reduced pain.
Not actually a shock, I know. It's just sort of tingly on your skin.
That's right. But once the pad is removed, the pain comes back. So we're looking at a different approach to try to find long-term pain relief, where we take a wire, place it into the muscles of the shoulder, attach that to a portable stimulator, and use that to get long-term pain relief.
Oh, okay. So it's something that's a little bit more permanent and that you can use on a long-term basis. So that's also, I think we had an illustration, but this is the actual little unit here, huh?
Yes.
So you're shocking the patient with this electronic, what is it,
It's an electrical stimulator.
Okay.
So as I said, we place a wire through their skin into the muscles of their shoulder. We then send them home. They use the electrical stimulator. Every day they're able to turn it on and off, and for 6 hours a day, for 6 weeks, they receive a comfortable contraction of their muscles. So they don't feel a shock, and it's not painful. At the end of the 6 weeks, they return. We remove the electrode, and the good news is for 60 or 70% of the people, they have successful treatment of their pain.
That's fantastic. That's a pretty good percentage of helping people. But what about the 30 or 40% that this doesn't help with their pain?
For those people, we're looking at putting a stimulator underneath their skin, similar to a pacemaker, and that would provide stimulation that they could use the rest of their lives. So they too could have long-term pain relief.
Okay, so if it doesn't go away in 6 weeks, it's likely to be long-term. Is that why then you go to that next step?
That's correct.
Okay, so for lifetime. And you mentioned that there's the study going on. It's still going on, and you're looking for participants?
That's right. It's an ongoing study, and we also have studies to improve arm function after stroke, even for people who are farther away from their stroke. So if anybody's interested, they can contact us at the Metro Health Rehabilitation Institute.
So even long after, there could be some help from...
That's right. When people think that there's no longer any recovery left, we're looking at ways to try to help them improve as well.
How long is recovery? I mean, when you think there's nothing left, what is that time frame really after a stroke?
Most people are told within the first 6 months is the only time for recovery, but we're now learning that recovery can happen much later. So as long as you're able to continue to learn new things, there can be recovery.
All right. Well, that's also really good information to know. So there are exciting advances in stroke recovery, and they're being made right here in Cleveland at Metro Health. To find out more or to volunteer to be a part of the study, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Dr. Wilson for sharing such stimulating information.
Thank you.
To learn more, call the Metro Health Rehabilitation Institute Center for Stroke Rehabilitation at 216-957-3529 or log on to www.metrohealth.org/stroke. Next, turn that frown upside down.